Miss James. Hello, everybody. I have to give you a warning. You will not be seeing my cousin, otherwise known as Sydney Parra, because she's on vacation this week. Hi, I love musicals. Katie Harris, hello. Six the Musical, hi. Can't wait to see you in North Carolina. Are you going to see us in Charlotte or Durham? Both of which speak English, Gerrianne. I'm so excited for. You guys are going to get to see me do my eyes before I go in for, not that sound, before I go in for warm-ups. Anyway, so Sydney is on vacation this week, so she will not be on live today. It'll just be me. But yeah, I posted and I was like, ask me like, you know, what should we talk about today? Not like the typical kind of Q&A, but what should we chat about? Oh yeah, okay. So I want you to drop in the comments, Heather Duke Slays, 6 fan. Please comment what happened in this podcast, because I actually have not heard it and have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm intrigued. So for those who don't know, I posted on my story literally 10 minutes ago, what should we talk about today? And this person said that there was a 6 podcast. I want to know what it's about. Okay, I'm scrolling back. Okay, yeah, I know, sad, I miss her too. Not Durham, so Charlotte. Gerrianne, we had opening night for Beauty and the Beast last Friday. Oh, nice! I hope everything is going beautifully and smoothly. Thank goodness, I've never done Beauty and the Beast, but always really wanted to. You have such a nice voice. Thank you. Thank you. I do so many things. If you're at all interested in knowing, drop it in the comments. But I do so many things for the health and wellness of my voice. I live for basically the health of it, so I do that. I hope Sydney survives the bears. We know she will survive the bears. If like there were any of us queens on this tour that was to go to Yosemite and literally survive the wilderness of all the people, it would be Sydney Parra. Yeah. What kind of shirt is that? Oh, just a Van Halen t-shirt. I think I got it. Gosh, was it H&M? Maybe? Yeah. How's the book going? So for those of you who don't know, I am rereading A Court of Thorns and Roses, and it's going so well. I love this book and this series so much. Like, I have not gotten lost in the world of a book like since Harry Potter, truly. So I absolutely love it and live for it. So it's going well. I'm currently on the pink one, the 3rd book. Oh, okay. Basically, the cruise... okay, so this is what happened on the podcast. Basically, the cruise people screwed the BlissCast over massively because of COVID and stole their custom boots after they were forced to leave. Yo. I don't know what happened there, but I actually have heard this story, and all I can say is it sounds awful and terrible, and I am really sorry to anybody who went through that, because it's just abuse. Workplace. Okay, so oh my gosh, Heather Duke Slice. Okay, so my gosh, this is juicy and crazy. Okay, so the Bliss cast and Jersey Boys had to sneak in food, water, and medicine and had bad living conditions. What? Like, what? I can't. Like, the lengths that people tried to go to keep the shows running during like COVID and especially Omicron outbreaks was an abomination. I was working during that time, and you could just feel the pressure on you to not get sick with COVID, because like you were the difference between like the curtain going up and not that night. And I will never forget spending like the December of Waitress 2021 just like staying at home because I was so fearful of catching COVID, and being like, I was a swing at the time, and I was like, you know, we were split tracking and stuff like that. It just like, it was a crazy time. So, oh God, COVID, I can't. I auditioned for Little Mermaid praying to get Sebastian. I love that. Gerrianne Perez, do you have any tips on memorizing scripts? My goodness. Well, everybody's a very different learner. I am personally like, okay, if it was to come down to like scene work and stuff like that, I need to hear it orally. So what I'll do when I'm like memorizing scenes or sides or something like that for an audition, I will record a voice memo of myself saying my scene partner's lines and then leaving a gap where mine would be so that I am listening to this track and responding with the lines. That's something that really helps me. Come on in. Hi, just a heads up, I'm on live if that's okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. So that's something that really helps me with like scene work. And then I'm a very tactile learner as well. So I will, for lyrics, for songs, I will write them. I will journal them over and over and over again. Like I have such like fond memories of like journaling When He Sees Me from Waitress when I was learning that song and stuff like that. And I think I definitely did it for No Way, trying to break down all of the parts of the song and stuff like that. So yeah. Tips on vocal health are always appreciated. Well, I hydrate like it's my job. Like I'm like paid to drink water basically. And okay guys, what are we doing today with the makeup? I think I want to, so I did Fireball last night. I want to try Hot Lava. Don't worry, I'm not forgetting about the voice stuff. Look at how pretty these chrome flakes are. They're Danessa Myricks. Beauty. I just can't. They're so beautiful. Okay, I'm going to try that for the makeup today. Anyways, that's what I wanted. So, so I hydrate like it's my job, literally. And then I steam every day, twice a day, once before the show, once after the show. I am almost entirely and completely sober. I was having some health issues a couple months ago, and it all came down to some pretty severe acid reflux that I developed. So I am on a relatively strict acid reflux diet, which means, again, I'm sober. I don't really drink like soda or carbonated beverages. I don't have spicy foods, red sauce based foods. I personally don't do dairy. Lol, this sounds so funny. I'm sure all of you guys are like, who do you live for then? Like if you can't have pizza or mac and cheese. The answer is I live for Captain of Aragon. And then I have, I don't have a lot of citrus. So I won't do like lemon or anything like that. Oranges, nothing super citrusy. I won't eat really heavy or late at night. And that's kind of my like diet as far as foods goes. And yeah, water and just a lot of rest. Those are my vocal tips. And then always never sing on your voice cold. That's kind of like one of the big rookie mistakes I made in the beginning, was just like feeling like I had this like young voice and I could, scroll up. I would sing on cold chords basically, which is like as if I were to try and run a marathon without stretching. You definitely don't want to do that. So always warm up. Yeah. Gotcha. Saw you in Dallas. Aw, nice. Sydney could look at the bears and they would run. You're right. I mean, I would be a bear and be frightened. Oh gosh. Okay, I really like these new, like I'm trying more like liquid eyeshadows as opposed to powder. I'm also just like trying to experiment with my eye makeup palette in general. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a gift, but I'm having more fun playing with it, kind of like it's coloring. Yeah. Someday I hope to do a plot as cool as like Zoe from Who's the Howie on Broadway, because every time I see her makeup, I'm like, she is an artiste. Scrolling down. How are you, Queen? I'm good. Honestly, I cannot complain. It's still cold here in Buffalo. We're still like in the the late winter season, it feels like, but like I feel on the inside like we're really transitioning into a new season and the spring, and then Summer's just around the corner, and I love summer. I used to be a fall person, but now I'm all about that summer, baby. When does your tour end, and when can we get you to Puerto Rico? Honestly, I don't know. It's at least the fall. Favorite song to listen to while getting ready for the show? Well, Sydney and I really like to blast on my JBL speaker Somebody Else by 1975. But we also exclusively live for Muna in this dressing room. So anything Muna. Right now I'm in a crying on the bathroom floor or loudspeaker Muna phase. Sydney always loves Silk Chiffon. That's her jam. I bought the first book of that series, Akotar, because you and Gavi from the Aragon tour. You know, interestingly enough, I picked up that book because I think I was like following her, and she made it sound so good and so spicy. And I literally was like, I'm going to grab this. Like, I trust this girl's opinion. And boy, was she right. The book is spectacular. It's spicy though. If you don't like do spice, I wouldn't recommend, but it's delectable, honestly. Makes you feel things. Okay. Oh, I'm reading more on this Blisscast thing. Oh gosh, while they were in quarantine, other queen. Oh God, I am so sad this happened to them. My goodness. Fave perfume. You know, I'm a little bit sensitive to smells and fragrances. I grew up with migraines, and so I tend to go light on smells. But the one perfume that I loved when I had, but I just barely put on, so I didn't rebuy it, was the Santal by Le Labo, because I just feel like that smells good on whomever puts it on. It's just so nice. Okay, I think I'll do the brown after I do the chrome flakes. Okay, scrolling. They're now on NCL's do not rehire list. Okay, well, good. Like, good riddance. Like, they don't need to work for those people again. Like, sounds like they are top on the mistreatment list in terms of employers. So, good riddance, Norwegian. I saw you in Waitress and didn't even realize until after I saw you in Six in Houston. Yeah, my goodness. Houston, I'm trying to go back in my brain. I can't even remember when Waitress hit Houston because I was on that tour the whole time, so I can barely kind of place the cities. But yeah, I loved Houston, and it's been nice. It's been honestly so nice revisiting these cities that I already toured through with Waitress and getting to revisit, you know, in Six, and sometimes I spend a little bit longer in these cities than I did when we did Waitress. Oh, that's really cool. Like, oh, you can barely see it in this light. See, like, it's kind of cool. Okay. The real key is when I put on the liquid liner. That's when I usually destroy my eye makeup. I'm not sleight of hand. But anyways, it's been nice. One of the other cool things that happened to me in Philadelphia was in Waitress, we have these little Lulus that come out at the end of the show for Waitress. Did I say that? And one of the Lulus came to see us in Philadelphia, and it was so cool because she's all grown up. And I just was like, aw, cute. Have you guys made decisions to extend your time on the Blend Tour, or how long will all of you be on this tour? I see so many new dates being announced for next year. So, honestly, our official end date, which I believe I've already shared, is like through to like the middle of San Antonio, which is like October, right? The Berlin tour itself is obviously going to continue. It's going to continue for many years. And as far as like the possibility of extensions, that's all sort of being sussed out right now. So I can't speak to anybody's experience or even my own right now, but it's about that time that things are being kind of navigated and worked out. And so put good energy that the right things happen to the right people and the right decisions are made for everybody in their individual journey. And yeah, you have interesting timing that you asked that, Jennifer. Okay. Okay, scrolling. Okay. I'm opening Ice Donkey and Shrek tomorrow. Awesome, break legs. The shift on that eyeshadow is insane. I really like it. It's really pretty. As I've gotten paler in the winter, my yellow gold palette is not really showing up much on my skin anymore. So I've had to go a little bit more towards the rust orange color. Yeah, I really like it. And I love like just playing around. I bought a steamer. I haven't used it yet because I'm too scared. Just try it for like 5-10 minutes. But you're gonna be fine. And it's not gonna like overnight change your voice, but it's gonna give you some hydration that I think you're gonna feel the benefits of. But I'm a frequent steamer girl, for sure. Go to more Korean barbecue when you come to Charlotte. Will do. I legit had mac and cheese today. Wow, I love it so much. Wave. Oh, no, what's going on? Whoop! Oh, this tipping. Okay. Oh, hello? Hi, come on in. I'm, just so you know, I'm on live. It's great.
Hooray! I was
Thank
literally
you so
coming
much.
to check the temperature of your
It's
room.
been so great. I came in and this was on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I was like, there's another one sitting here, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thanks, absolutely.
Bye, Amber.
Thank you for voting.
Whee!
Yay, I'm glad it
We
all got
love
worked
votes.
out.
Yes, I know. It really took a long moment,
So
but
sorry I did.
it's all good. Also, for anybody who watched my live about the touring negotiations, we came to a deal, and it felt really cool. I mean, you know, it's so interesting being a part of a union and seeing what things you kind of gotta have concessions on and stuff like that. But then you get these great games. Just kind of cool cumulative thing to have done, and to know that this is what our contract is going to be for 3 years, you know, the touring contract, I mean. I did Kris Kringle with you. Oh my gosh, hello. Saw you in Philly. My 6th obsession has been revived. Lol. I need summer to come. Yes, me too. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm missing so many messages. So I'm going to scroll more. I have asthma. I can't do scents. Yes, I have asthma as well. Migraines and asthma. I'm really healthy. I take such good care of my body. I treat myself like literally a luxury designed purse in terms of the care I give myself. But I do have a good amount of health issues that pop up here and there. Sorry for anybody who's grossed out by me doing my water line. Thoughts on non-union tours? Just, I think that people should take those jobs if they want that experience. And okay, my issue only with non-union tours is that I really just don't like how people are mistreated. So it can give people experience. It can give people work experience. It can give people jobs that maybe they're right out of college and they want to play a lead in this specific show, and it's only non-union right now. Like, if you choose it because you want that work and life experience and you want that thing on your resume, I think you should be able to take it. I just have a hard time with the fact that I believe that they are underpaid and mistreated. So, because they don't have anybody to protect them. So, yeah. I'm so excited for the Queens coming back to Minnesota. Yeah. St. Paul was so good to us. Was that in Minnesota? Guys, it's been a second since geography, lol. And I have already played so many cities. What has it been, like 16 or 17 plus cities? So I can't remember. I remember the city names. And St. Paul, tonight we are. But otherwise I couldn't tell you what state half our stuff is sometimes. Oh, sorry guys. Can't wait to see you this weekend. Will you be stage dooring after the evening shows? Yes, absolutely. 100%. I will be. I did sparkly gold eyeshadow when I saw 6 in Vegas. Aw, nice. Will you be in 6 when it comes to Atlanta? Again, we're figuring all those things out. But the answer is I don't know. I don't know if I'll be in 6 when it comes to Atlanta. I don't think that's a terrible liner. Who knows? Okay. Oh, question. With alternates, how do they decide which alternate goes on if one of the main cast can't be there, since there are more than one who knows each role? You know, I don't know really the answer to that question. From what I have been told and understand, they swap back and forth and try to be as equitable as possible. And then beside that, I'm not sure how they make the decisions. That is highly above my pay grade. But all of our alternates are stars. So whenever we get anybody, it's always a treat and a beautiful, different take on the role. I really gush about going on with our alts because it's like when you're the 6 on stage is we're in such a pocket that sometimes like if you're not exactly present, you could kind of go on autopilot in a way, just because the body is so by rote in our bodies at this time. When an alt is on, you can't check out at all. You got to be present. You got to be listening. Sometimes your comedic beats land different. Your line deliveries land different because you're delivering to a different human being. So I really like the way that everything is kind of malleable and nothing is structured or too routine, if that makes sense. Guys, get me some new nails, but I'm in Buffalo. My options are limited. Do you do your own makeup for the show? Yes. I have a lot of people who are shocked by that. My family being one of them. They're like, what do you mean you do your own makeup for the show? And I was like, yeah, like unless it's like for a really fancy press event, and sometimes not even then. And the press event usually has to be on camera for it to warrant like a hair and makeup person. I mean, I don't do my hair for the show or put my wig on, but I do always do my makeup. Yeah, I got distracted. I need to work on the cocktail menu for y'all. Okay. Echo. Listen, I have been wanting to do a mixology book. No, this isn't even my idea. 100%. I can't even take credit for it. It is Elaine Mayortia's. And we were talking about the flavors and what we would want to do and what would be like the right flavors for each of the queens, but also hearkening to who we are as people. Like, for example, I love a margarita. Like, you should probably do something like a sangria for, for Captain of Aragon, but because I love a margarita, we were like, okay, we're gonna do spicy pineapple margarita with like a black salt rim and edible gold flakes, for example. That's like my drink. So we came up with this like cocktail list that like we still just need to put to fruition because I think it would be lit. But also at the same time, I'm not sure how much of our queendom is of drinking age anyways. So wouldn't want people trying things that they might not be allowed to. My daughter and I saw you in Providence front row. You know we love you. Love watching you shine. Thank you. Migraines and asthma, literally same. Oh, it's tough. The second I'm done ruminating, don't lose your head. I'll move on to no way probably. What is that? Okay. How do you do your waterline? I have so many sensory issues with it. I could never. I just move slowly. Sometimes like sometimes my eyes water really badly and I just don't even do, the water line. Ooh. I have coworkers who want to apply for the upcoming Mean Girls and I'm worried because it's non-union and I want to protect them. Well, it's definitely their decision. And, I have a cousin, a dear cousin who's actually auditioning for that. And I think she'd be a spectacular, cast member in that show. And I think that really it's up to everybody whether they want to take that kind of job. It's no secret that non-union tours don't have the best pay or the best treatment. But sometimes you want to audition for a show that you really want to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like if there was like a non-X6, like I would really want to be in it. Like even though it's non-X. So if they really want to do Mean Girls, oh my gosh, it's taking me so long to get this lash on. Okay. I gotta stop talking for 2 seconds. Please, stay. Stay. Guys, lashes are not my forte. But they look so much better. Like, look at the difference between the two eyes. Like, legitimately, it looks as if I have no eyelashes. How did they decide on the wig changes for some of the atypical wigs, like the alternate, oh, that's okay, that has red hair as Catherine Howard? You know, I think that they just look at the people who are playing the role, and so much of Six has a, I'm going to lean forward and try and get this lash fixed. Sometimes I think they just, not even sometimes, I know for a fact that they really, in Six, want to respect our individuality and respect our individual looks. So because of that, why would you not want somebody's natural hair color or even hair texture? I mean, my personal hair texture is and color is built off of everything from like my natural hair. So with Erin, our beautiful, beautiful redheaded Erin Bohannon, they wanted it to match her. And that was kind of the choice. You know what I mean? St. Paul is in Minnesota. When do you come to Seattle, or has that happened already? So the Aragon tour is going to Seattle. So unfortunately, you will not see the Berlin tour, which is what I'm on. You will see the wonderful Aragon BBs. Hi, Princess Gerrianne. It's Queen. Just kidding. Yes. It's the Aragon tour. If you could talk to your queen, what would you ask her? That's such an interesting question. Oh my gosh. I have to ruminate on that. That's such a good question. And I have just the biggest, like, widest berth of respect for who she was based on what I know of her historically. I mean, so much of what I know of her temperament from all the research that I did was just like that. It just seemed like she led with such grace despite going through such heartbreak. And I think I know the answer. It was God, because she was an incredibly pious Catholic, a deeply religious woman, and she probably just got her strength from religion and from God and from prayer. She was always in prayer. But yeah, I would probably ask her, how did you make it through the amount of pain that man put you through? I don't know the different tours. So just to explain,
Company, good evening. It is 6:30 to 6:30. Please make sure you are signed in, and please head to the fourth floor for warm-ups. Okay. Welcome to the theater.
Okay.
Wednesday.
Just one.
Head to warm-ups. Thank you.
Yes. The last thing that I will say before I have to run and go warm up this voce is basically there's two casts out right now. There's an Aragon tour. They went out before us. They're the first national. And then there's the Berlin tour, which is the second national tour. And we're on basically two different routes. We hit different parts of the country. So if we say that like the Aragon tour is going to Seattle, it's because the first national is going to be hitting that city, but we will not be there. So basically that's kind of what it is, but I'm sorry to miss you. Lol, we're using this as a mirror. Okay. Is there anything else I can see before I leave? What animal do you think your queen would be? Honestly, and I've honestly put this into sometimes like me shaking you around. I've put this into some of my like character descriptions for her, is that she's a tiger. I think she would be this like wild ass tiger. She feels like just positively feline to me, especially the way that she is in the show. Okay, let me go upstairs. I have a pineapple margarita for Aragon, exactly, but it's gotta be spicy. We gotta have it's gotta have a kick to it. Have a mocktail version? Honestly, we could do that. Like maybe like a lemon lime instead of like tequila. Yeah, mocktails would be cool. Okay. I'm the only person in this warm up room.
Except for me.
Well, with Lena, but like literally hysterical.
I know. I was like, wait, is it the time?
I guess. What do you think the real Catherine of Aragon would think of the girl power theme of Six? I think she would love it. I mean, I think she would. I think she'd support it. What's your favorite Six merch you own? My little toboggan beanie. Gotta run, break a leg. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Bye.